Time now for sports on 104.7 The Cave. Here's Ned Reynolds.
Mike, the Internet Reynolds halfway point of the week. Major League Baseball kicks off tonight. One game, Giants and Yankees, and it seems like the league's starting to kind of do this as kind of like a marquee game to kick off the season.
There's a reason why the standalone games, and that's what it's called, a standalone, when it's a solo opener on Major League Baseball, are pretty rare anymore. Now they do seem to be getting back into them. The last time they had one was 3 years ago, and it was these same two teams, the Yankees and the Giants, only they played that game at Yankee Stadium. This one's at Oracle Park in San Francisco. But there is a reason why this is the standalone game tonight, and that is because of Netflix. Netflix has made a purchase with Major League Baseball to have some of the games on, and one of the little items is we being Netflix, televise the only game on opening day. All right, Major League Baseball said, okay, we'll create one. Most of the teams are opening on Thursday and Friday. We'll put you on Wednesday night, and that is where they are. Now, what's interesting about this, Mike, is standalone games were commonplace in the 20th century and a little bit of the 21st, and it was always the Cincinnati Reds who played. They were by themselves on opening day. Why? Because it's the oldest franchise in Major League Baseball history, oldest one that's been around the longest, and the Cincinnati Reds were accorded that honor. Well, back in the 1990s and early 2000s, Major League Baseball said, these aren't the Reds of the past, and that solo game is not drawing the attention that it should nationally, so we'll let whomever have opening day, and everybody, if they want to play on opening day, hey, that's fine. But this time they bow to Netflix and the money, and it's the Giants and the Yankees tonight.
Makes the world go round. Speaking of money, when the St. Louis Cardinals play, have they ever done this before?
They have indeed. It was April the 5th of 2015, after Major League Baseball had seen what was going on, and it was the Cardinals and the Cubs, and they played a standalone game on Sunday night. Now, that's a Sunday night game, and the way TV works is also TV, of course. There's only one game on Sunday night, and that was the NBC game. So, in this case, they scrubbed all the games and put that Sunday night game as a standalone game, and the Cardinals won it 3-0 with Adam Wainwright on the hill. So, we relive the tradition tonight in San Francisco.
Love it, and I know you do too. We've got the Royals down after kind of a little two-game series with the Rangers. Was not able to get the dub last night, but I'm feeling pretty good about this team going into their start.
They're good. You can't win all your games. It just doesn't happen. And these were two games against the Texas Rangers. They're not in the same division in the American League, but they will play each other. And Texas won both games, the Monday night game and yesterday afternoon's late afternoon game. They win it, they being the Rangers, 4-1. Okay, the reason they played, and this was an exhibition game, the end of the exhibition season, is that the Royals opened the season a day later than everybody else. Kansas City goes to Atlanta and helps the Atlanta Braves with their opener, and that is on Friday, not on Thursday. So it's a different scenario altogether, and Kansas City will be a very good team.
One of your, what's the deal with your Phillies, my dude? When are they playing?
The Phillies will play their opening game coming up on Thursday. They'll play on Thursday in Philly, and hey, Philadelphia's going to have a pretty good team.
That's what I was going to ask you next question. How you feeling about that team this year?
They're good. Yep. They're a good team. They're an older team with Schwarber and Harper and people like that. But they're capable, and I look for them to have a pretty good season.
When it comes to the Missouri State Bears playing at home, they can't be beat, my man. At least so far.
The old expression is bombs away, and that's certainly what it was. Yeah. Yesterday the Bears played Oklahoma State. And if somebody had told you ahead of time that the game was going to be a mercy rule game, you would have said, okay, Oklahoma State took it out on them. Au contraire, the Bears win it 16-2, and this is Oklahoma State, folks. This is a big-time program from the Big 12 Conference. They're the midweek game. It's not a conference game, obviously. The game, incidentally, was moved from 6:30 last night to 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and that was to accommodate Oklahoma State. They wanted to get an early trip out to Provo, Utah to play Brigham Young, and that's fine. The Bears were able to change the game time. But, boy, they didn't change the outcome. back-to-back grand slams. First in the second inning, Carter Bergman in the first inning, Logan Fife in the second inning. The Bears had an 8-0 lead after 2 innings and really poured it on. Had 4 home runs in the game, had 14 hits, and 4 of them home runs. Bergman, 6 RBIs. Logan Fife had 5 RBIs, and Oklahoma State didn't know what hit him. Final score is 16-2. The Bears get the win. That's one thing the Bears can do, folks. They may not have the greatest pitching in all the world, but they can hit the ball. And when they hit it, watch out. Interesting things can happen.
Love to see it. Final 2 4-sites for college basketball. We're getting close to the end of the tourney here.
We are indeed. And the guys will play their final 4 games, and that'll be coming up not this coming Monday, but next Monday, and they'll play at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. That's on Monday, April the 6th. The ladies play their title game Sunday afternoon, April the 5th. It's 24 hours ahead of time at the Mortgage Matchup Center, and that's in Phoenix, Arizona. It's an arena that seats 17,000. It's the home of the Phoenix Suns of the NBA. The ladies will play theirs. And one quick basketball note from last night, Hubert Davis is out as head coach at North Carolina. Hubert Davis was there for 5 years, had teams that were interesting. He got to the Final Four his first year there and never was able to repeat. And at North Carolina, which is the owner of 6 national championships over the years, hey, you've got to show some progress, and according to the folks at UNC, they were not showing progress. And Hubert Davis out. Now we'll see who the Tar Heels get as their new head coach.
Got St. Louis Blues closing out their season in the right direction. Like I said a few weeks ago, if they get back to 500, I'll be a happy guy, and they're 1 game away from that. I don't think they're going to the playoffs, but it
would take some help for them to get to the playoffs, some help from the other teams ahead of them. But, it's not impossible. And you're right, they're 1 game, 29-30 on the year. The Blues did win last night, beat the Washington Capitals 3-0. You're shutting out Alex Ovechkin and his crew from Washington, which, of course, is favored. Really, the way the Blues have been playing is really interesting. They're coming on down the stretch, and they're beating teams that have winning records. I'm wondering now if those winning record teams may be psychologically taking their foot off the skate,
getting a little rest there,
and resting up.
Well, and I think again, like the whole season, I felt like the Blues just could out of the gate looked really good, but just could never finish. They could never finish those games. And the games they win, they finish. And I don't know what had to click in their head. Maybe you're right. Maybe everyone's like, we're just going to chill. They can have the dub, get them back to 500.
I doubt that that's the case. Yeah. I think the Blues are playing much better.
Yeah, absolutely. And they're finishing those games. And as you always say, these guys are professional athletes. Ned, you have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow.